So we should be compassionate toward them, and to be compassionate to our own dark side. And the dark side within us is also what is called the inner wounded child. The shadow self is an inner wounded child. And because we are suppressing its presence within us sometimes, most of the times, it is seated within a dark space within our heart, like a dark room. And we need to start to have a relationship with the inner wounded child in order to bring him love, in order to bring him into the light. I will speak about this in a later class in further details, because this is a very important part of emotional healing and energetic cultivation. Okay, let us go upwards, and just go into the center of your throat, where the breathing canal, sometimes when we feel this energetic space, we might feel sadness going up, rising up. This comes from the lungs. Sadness is related to the lungs. Just allow this emotion to be. If you have pain there, it's okay, let it be. When this energetic center is open up, we might feel power, the power of God's light, the power of God's will within us. As I say before, abracadabra, it means I will create as I speak. Come from the ancient Aramaic language. Observe the word that comes from your mouth. What do they create in your life? Do you create life or create destruction? Are there words of love, of empowerment to people, or there are words of judgment and condescending and words that are coming from energetic battles that you do with others? If you aspire to be a peaceful person, to bring peace in your life, observe what you say, observe your words. In Chinese medicine, the tongue is related to the heart, energetically. In Hebrew we have this phrase, Lashon Hara, which means gossip. And we are advised not to speak evil. Not to speak judgment on people. To hold our tongue and keep silence if we don't have something important to say. Something truthful and something that will bring out higher good into a circumstance. This is one of the teachings that you learn when you sit in a talking circle. You ask yourself, is what I'm going to say will be of a greater good to myself, to the circle, to the good of humanity? If not, better keep silence. Okay, let us go up now into the third eye, between the eyebrows. Some people see it like a little higher. Just observe where do you feel your chakra is. And also go to the back of the base of the skull. There we have the chakras of the eyes. It's two centers there in the back of the skull. And when you open this third eye, start to connect the two hemispheres. Try to think from a point of oneness consciousness. Try to start to see oneness within the apparent separation reality. When this energetic center opens up, you start to see auras, you start to see energies, you start to see beings that float on in the space, that to the physical sight appears to be empty, but it's anything but empty, full of energy, full of energies and life and beings, angels, masters. They're all around us, all the dimensions. They're not somewhere up in the heavens or above the clouds or way into the stars. No, they're right here. The kingdom of God is right here, within us and all around us. We just need to open our eyes to see that truth and to live everyday life from that awareness. Ask and you shall be given. Knock and the door will be opened. If you want to see, ask for it. When the third eye is opened, you can also go into the future, have a very accurate vision. And you can go into the past, travel in time. If you want to see a certain thing in the future, just try to imagine yourself standing on a bridge. In front of you is the future, in the back of you is the past. And then try to focus on a certain thing that will happen in the future and just go into that situation. You got to understand that this is only what you're seeing is only one probable reality, and you can also change it. There are many timelines, and you can just ask if you see something negative in the future. Ask to change it. You can choose a different path. It's just a probability. Some people have ability to channel and predict the future. I don't do it. Because if someone comes to me and say, what happened in the future? What will happen to me? If I tell him that, well, I'll decide his future. I say, from certain probabilities, if you say this, what will happen, you choose for him. This is not a very enlightened act